Oh, man.
Oh, dude. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, fuck! Hit 75 miles an hour on 30-inch mud tires.
64 when I looked down.
64? That's not bad! Alright, so we had way too much fun making this video as we were laughing our ass off the entire time. Obviously this is stupid. We should have been wearing helmets. Something could happen with the steering or a tire flies off and we could have been really hurt. But, you know, we didn't have helmets with us out there and we survived. But please don't try this, kids. Richard and I are old guys. We've got 20 plus years experience each being professional idiots, so we're able to keep safe even at these high speeds on mud machines. That being said, super fun. People ask me all the time for, you know, top speed on machines. I rarely ever test it, but I figured we would go ahead and push it to the limit and test it. Both these machines performed really well. You'll see the numbers. Takeaway here is that the XMR 850 really needs a tune and some clutching, but the XMR 700 is very impressive for the price tag and the capability it comes with. So hope you guys enjoy the video. We've also got a Polaris 1000 at the end. That didn't go quite as planned, but you guys will get a kick out of it. Yeah, for a single cylinder, I think that thing feels a lot faster than it is, and this feels a lot slower than it is.
Right.
Because it's just so lumpy. The power's like, ah, but it's still quick. All right, now I'm on the XMR 700. We're gonna do four-wheel drive. Richard's in four-wheel drive, high range, sport mode. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. We both did the same thing. Dude, that's hilarious.
That has to go on, dude.
That's a 3, 2, 1, go. So we're gonna do four-wheel drive again, because I'm not sure I went the full quarter mile. We're gonna launch in four-wheel drive. About halfway down, we're both gonna bump it into two-wheel drive and just keep it pinned. Ready, Richard? 3, 2, 1, go. And I'm gonna do my best not to do a wheelie because I think I messed up the last one. I'm gonna try to lean forward and just let it eat, get some wheel spin, but not wheelie. We'll see how it goes. 3, 2, 1, go. Made a good point. These are not the right tires to be doing drag pulls on pavement, but these tires are a lot better. Their knobbies don't flex as much and they have more contact patch. So that thing's at a disadvantage just by the tires. This little 700 is doing very well though, considering it's missing a whole cylinder. Okay, so we just did a bunch of drag races here at an undisclosed location that some of you may recognize. Please don't put it in the comment section. The XMR 700 is a lot faster in four-wheel drive, whereas the XMR 850 is a little slower in four-wheel drive. I think there's some four-wheel drive torque limiting going on. Regardless, it's a lot of fun. Even in four-wheel drive, it skips all four tires off the line. It's a blast, but pretty good numbers. We gotta go put it on the computer and crunch the numbers, put them in Excel, obviously. All right, guys, this chart's pretty self-explanatory. I'm not gonna yap about it too much. Feel free to pause the video and look at it if you want. My first two runs with the XMR 850 were kind of slow. I was figuring out how to launch it, not doing wheelies. I realized the best way to launch it is to kind of pop the throttle off the line, get the tires spinning. It won't do a wheelie. My best run was in two-wheel drive. I suspect there might be some torque limiting in four-wheel drive going on. But again, this is a stock tune. So the reason for doing this is to compare the stock tune to once I tune it and clutch it to quantify how much performance I actually gained. The 0 to 60 speed of this machine is irrelevant on pavement. No one should really be using this on pavement, but it's a good way to get some data to compare your mods. That's why I did it. But yeah, here's the times. It's pretty quick. I'm happy with these numbers for a stock machine. The XMR 850, or excuse me, the XMR 700 was even more surprising. So if you look at the 60-foot times, it's really not that far behind the 850, as well as the 8th mile times. Now, if you look at the quarter mile and the 0 to 60, the XMR 700 looks really slow. That's because it only does 65, and the way it's clutched and everything, it's really struggling to get to 65. So, you know, I think the best times to look at for this whole chart are probably these right here. It gives you a pretty good idea of the performance, and you see there's not that big of a gap between the XMR 700 and the XMR 850, which is what I've been telling everybody. Despite sounding like a lawnmower because it's single cylinder and not feeling as fast, This little 700 kicks ass. It's actually a 650. It's a great machine, great price. I think it's probably what everyone needs. Of course, the 850 feels a lot more premium. V-twins are just sexual. But yeah, there's the numbers. And of course, the Polaris 1000 down here, we all know these things are slow. This one's on 33-inch tires with a lift kit and everything else. But its 0 to 30 was 2.45 seconds. And the 850, its best run was 2.16. So off the line, the new Can-Am definitely is faster. The clutching is a lot better. But the Can-Am was also on 30-inch tires versus 33s. So that's probably most of the difference right there. We drove them back and forth. We swapped back and forth riders. And if you're kind of doing a rolling pull, they still feel very similar when you punch them from a roll. All right, so now we got a more fair comparison. That's a Polaris 1000 I did a bunch of work on. Obviously, it's very tall. And it's on 33 Aztecs. It's a freaking monster. That thing is tall, dude.
Did a hell of a job, man. It rides good. Not as good as that, but
it's cushy. I'm watching the suspension. It's like, I think I'm gonna keep the camera because I have a feeling that's gonna win on the smaller tires. But we're gonna try to get a good 0 to 60 on 33s with no sway bar, with a 3-inch lift kit. I think a rock just fell into the fan when I rocked it.
the radiator's good. The fucking blade came off the motor.
Are you serious?
Yeah. You can still run it.
The fan blade fell off the motor. And go! I forgot these are speed limited to 50 miles an hour. It hit the rev limiter right off the line. I was like, what the fuck? I forgot. These things are geared incredibly low in high range. Oh. So on my 850, I put the high range gears out of a base model, and then I did the tune. That's how I was able to go 70 miles an hour. 0 to 30 was 2.45 seconds. That's the only comparison we can do, because it won't hit 60. Oh,